How's it going, my dudes? It's a wonderful Friday, and today we got our probably last, but maybe not last, kind of memories trailer, but we got the reveal of Monty. Yes, that is right, we got the reveal of Dr. Monty, finally. We get to see what he looks like, we already knew his voice, but this is an insane trailer, so I'm going to let the video play out, and then I'm going to be back to break it down after.
This is it. The ether. The infinite. The reality beyond. Beyond the world you know. Beyond your perception. Things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. You change the rules. There are certain things that you can't ever change. All I ask is that you do the right thing. The right thing for everyone.
Holy shit, guys. Alright, so we finally see Dr. Monty for the first time. They just throw it right in our face, and he says, this is it. And it is it. This is going to be our final map with the storyline. Everything's going to come to a close. We know that Monty's going to have some sort of huge importance, because in the end of Gorod Krovi, we see that Richtofen cannot hear Monty. Monty talks to all the characters, gives a bunch of backstory about the universe and how our timeline is starting to work. We're starting to finally piece things together. All wonderful, but holy shit, I was not expecting this. I was expecting some sort of group memories trailer, but wow, this was a shocker. Really great fucking this was great. Alright, so what does Dr. Monty say? Alright, so he says, this is it, this is the ether, this is the infinite, the reality beyond what you know. And that goes back to the video I made yesterday talking about what the ether could be, kind of almost like a heaven or purgatory type thing. We know that the ether is how the zombies are controlled. Back in Black Ops World at War, Samantha was in control of the ether, so she was in control of the zombies. Now, we know that Max's since Origins has had some sort of influence over the ether. We see him sent up to the ether at the end of the Origins cutscene, but we haven't really seen any sort of reference to it since then. Aside from the ciphers that we've had the Dark Ether and the Ether talking about the Keepers and the Apothecans. So, let's move on to what Monty says next.
Beyond your perception. Things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. You change the rules.
Alright, so he says things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. You change the rules. Now, this could have some sort of meaning because, like I said, we do know that Richtofen was not in the summoning key, and we know that Richtofen has kind of been in control since World at War of like what our characters are doing. Now, another thing to point out here is he says it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, which is pretty much true about everything. But it's especially true here because our characters have been through hell for so long, and it's going to get even worse in Revelations. My guess is that either all of them or some of them are going to have to die to complete everything, which comes back in later in the video when he talks about sacrifice and everything like that. But I'll get into that in a minute. But so yeah, let's move on to the next section.
There are certain things that you can't ever change. All I ask is that you do the right thing. The right thing for everyone.
Alright, so he says there are some things that you can't ever change, which is very true. This is talking about the principles of fate and the idea that our characters have been stuck in cycles that have been foretold. We have this prophecy that Primus will fail. And the characters cannot change that no matter how hard they do because it is fate. This is a pretty important question. Are we really free? Because a lot of us believe that we are free, but at the same time we believe in some sort of fate. And that dichotomy of ideas, they can't be held at the same time. So this Black Ops 3 series of zombies has been a very serious cycle of zombies, asking some pretty heavy questions and dealing with some pretty heavy things. And Monty is seen as sort of a god of sorts. He is who created the gumballs. In this universe, he created the perk machines, gives them the power drops. So he can kind of be seen as the embodiment of their fate. And like I said, we have this prophecy, so these characters have been living out a cycle that has been foretold for them, but they believe that they are making their own choices, which is why Richtofen has the blood vials, because he's finally trying to take control of his destiny and not let it be ruled by fate. Now, the next thing that Monty says is that you are going to have to do the right thing, and not just for you, but for everyone. Alright, so what does that mean? Well, I think that means that there's going to be some sort of sacrifice. We've already seen the characters have been going around killing their original, well not original, 1.0 versions of themselves, which is somewhat of a sacrifice in itself, but we have not seen Richtofen. And we know that from Richtofen's memories trailers, he says that he's been trying very hard to do the right thing. Now, we know there's going to be some sort of split between Maxis and Richtofen because of the ciphers that we've had since Setsubo no Shima, as well as the Richtofen's memories trailers who said that he knows I know what he is planning. So there's something's coming. My guess is that either all of the characters are going to have to kill themselves. I wish I could be one of them. But my guess is that the characters are going to have to either kill themselves to set the universe right and have their versions be sacrificed for whatever plan Richtofen's cooking up, or just Richtofen, because there's a possibility that Monty could just be talking to Richtofen here. We don't really know. All of the characters do show up, but I sort of get that feeling that he's just talking to Richtofen here, because in Gorod Krovi, Richtofen can't hear him. So, I don't know, I just have this gut feeling that the direct message of this is Richtofen, because we hear the right thing come back only once in another memories trailer, and Richtofen's memories trailer. So, could Monty be telling him that he's going to have to end his own life for the betterment of everyone? And do we think that Richtofen could actually do that? He's been a very selfish person for a very long time. We still don't really know his We still don't really know his goals or motives. So, yeah, and let's move on to the final part of the trailer. Alright, so one really interesting thing to notice here is that sound that plays when you hear Dr. Monty is the exact same sound that was in Mob of the Dead for the round start theme. Now, a lot of this similar tune has been carried over to every single Zombies map since Mob of the Dead with a similar sound, but this one is the exact same one. Every single map has had some sort of variation. But no, this one is the exact same one from Mob of the Dead, which is crazy the implications that could have. We already know that Richtofen has 2 of the blood vials from the Mob of the Dead crew. The Mob of the Dead crew has been referenced so many times throughout Black Ops 3, and Jason Blundell himself has said that Mob of the Dead is one of the most important maps in all of Call of Duty history for zombies. And then we see Revelations come up again with some sparks and fire, which is probably just to make it look more cool, but I don't know, it could have a meaning. And we finish off with our DLC 3 just image, which I'm kind of surprised. I honestly thought that they were going to reveal DLC 4 to us here, at least the date and the maps and stuff like that, but I don't know.
My name's Gunwani, and got my drink. Yeah, boy!
Yeah, so that's all I have for my trailer breakdown, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like if you did. Let's shoot for -1 likes to represent the amount of will to live I have left. Make sure to sub to see my videos every day. Well, not every day. I'm a lazy fuck, so I don't post every day. But if you enjoy, make sure to share it with your friends, comment, see what you want to see next. And yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.
You're way too beautiful, girl. Damn, all these beautiful girls. You have me suicidal. When you say it's over.
What's going on, niggas?